Hey guys, Steve here. I am at the pond today. I'm supposed to be working, but what I decided to do is do a little bit of fishing first. It's about 98 degrees outside here. The heat is oppressive and I might be a little bit shadowy because I'm standing under some crepe myrtles here on my property to try and beat the heat just a little bit. As you can see in the background, this is my pond. This is where I spend just about all day, every day. It seems like doing some kind of little chore or cutting grass or something. It's always, if it's not one thing, it's another. So today I thought I would do a little bass fishing. Hey, my geese have showed up. You see them? They love me because I feed them bread all the time. So wherever they're at, I can usually holler at them and they'll come a-flying. So they're kind of curious, wondering what the heck I'm doing. They'll probably clear out once I start doing a little fishing. But what I'm going to do today is I've got a little Rapala. I call it a little deep diver. And lately, the bass in my pond have just been killing it. So I thought I would give it a try today while I make this video. By the way, I am making this video with my brand spanking new Canon D60 that I got this week. So here we go, let's give it a try. I'll try to stay out of the way some so you can at least see the pond and my geese. Some people think those are ducks and they call them ducks and I just let them call them ducks, but they're actually geese. They're Emden geese, but it's kind of easier for everyone to say, hey, I like your ducks. Hey boys, get out of the way. See, they're moving right now. Go on, get out of the way. What I like to do with these Rapala divers is I keep my rod tip high, and that way it won't dive all the way to the bottom. If I just drop my rod tip, the little artificial bass lure would definitely go deeper. Sometimes I want it to go deep, sometimes I don't. Okay, oh, he hit it, and I saw him. And I've caught myself in the tree here a second. Hold on, hold on. There we go, we're free. He hit it right there at the bank. He just kind of nudged it, I saw him. It would have been nice to go ahead and catch that one so I could show you. Let's hopefully either he's back out there or one of his family members. I guess now would be the time when some nice background music should be playing. None of my gear is special. I'm using a little Shimano Stratic. I probably have maybe 10-pound test line. Now I do have some monster bass in the pond. I've got catfish, bluegill, brim, snakes. Mostly water snakes. I've seen a few copperhead. A lot of turtles. Every now and then we get some big snapping turtles and I have to try and remove those. I didn't know if I'd really have any luck right now being it's like noon. And I'm out here fishing. Usually early morning, late afternoon is when I'll get my best luck. It's just so hot right now. I have some carp. We put some carp in the pond. They're about the size of your leg. They're huge, but they help keep the pond clean. They're sterile, so they don't multiply in numbers, which is good, but these are some huge carp. And they just keep the pond clean, which is good. All right, come on, baby. All right, got a little bit of junk on. Do something for me. Do something for me. Come on now. I've got my geese over there watching, so. Now, if I had some bread, called them over here, they'd be over here in a flat bud minute. You know, I'm doing this for one of my buddies too. Told him I'd try to catch him a bass today. Alan. I'm gonna catch you one today, Alan. It may not be on this video, but maybe I'll fire this thing up again this afternoon if I have to. Now, I was cutting grass yesterday. If you can see all the way over, there's a flat grass spot. That's the dam. And I keep all that cut and trim real nice. And yesterday I was over there cutting. I had my push lawnmower and I was trimming the edges. And came across probably about a 2-foot snake of some sort. He had the markings of a copperhead, but I never could see his head. So I'm not really sure what it was. As soon as he heard me, man, he took off into the water. It was extremely fast. So I never saw his head. Couldn't identify him. He was a pretty snake, but I don't like snakes. Unless you're a black snake, you're not welcome here. I don't mess with black snakes. I like black snakes, but the other snakes, they're too hard to identify whether or not they're venomous or non-venomous. So I will get rid of a snake if I'm not sure. And I try to keep the edges and everything where we're out and walking and fishing. Try to keep all that stuff clear. So I just don't want to create any kind of a snake habitat. Well, I'm not having good luck right now. Other than that first hit that I lost him. Let's try a couple more casts and then I'm going to come back. And we'll give it a go later on this afternoon. The cool thing about this artificial lure that I'm using is it'll dive. It's very lightweight. The hooks on it, the little treble hooks, are very sharp. And you give it a little tug and it will definitely dive down deep. And then what I do is I can give it a little tug, and then it's got a lot of action as it comes back to the top. So a lot of times I'll get hits. I'll give it a tug. It'll put a lot of action on the artificial lure itself, and then it'll slowly come to the top, and it still has a good bit of action. And that, when it's coming back to the top, is a lot of times when the bass will hit. Okay, one more before we shut it down for right now. Come on, baby, be good. I got an old post out there you can see. A lot of times they'll hang out right there. So I'll cast beyond it, pull it right by. A lot of times I'll get hits right as I pull it past. I don't let a lot of people fish in this pond. So, you know, hey, I'm stingy. I like to keep my own bass for myself. Okay, it's too hot to fish, folks. Let me shut it down, and I'll come back later. We'll give it another try, okay? All right, see you.